episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, before I get into today's episode, one thing I really do need to go over, and basically that is this. It's Monday now when you're watching this, or at least it should be, unless something weird has happened. And basically, I had a couple of tweets and comments during last week, starting on around about Monday, basically saying that they weren't finding my videos in their sub boxes when they went out, and I have definitely, and that they thought I wasn't uploading or I might be ill or something, but I can assure you I have been uploading videos every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock like I always do, but it does seem that this isn't a unique problem, and I went and did a little bit of research about it, and it just seems to be one of these things that happens on YouTube sometimes. It just won't show the videos for ages, and at first I did notice a slight, well, I say slight, quite a large drop on Monday, but I just put it down to the fact that perhaps people were bored of the Pompey save because we didn't get Champions League last year or something. I don't know, but then also at the same time I thought, well, surely that many people aren't just going to stop watching for one little thing like that. So plus it affected everything, so I thought it can't be that really, but then when I saw these comments it kind of made a lot more sense. So basically, firstly, I apologise for that, and unfortunately nothing I can do about it. The thing that I can think of to get the way around it, basically, is I don't know how you receive your videos from me, whether you check the sub box at certain times, whether you get notifications on YouTube, because what I do, like when I subscribe to YouTube channels now, because this happened to me from a lot of channels I was subscribed to a couple of seasons, I'm talking in football sense still, a couple of years ago, is I basically went onto their channel pages, clicked the little, next to the subscribe box, next to the subscribe button, there's like a little settings thing, like a little gear. I clicked on that and I click email me with new uploads, and that seemed to fix it. It also seemed to fix them appearing in my sub box. So they did appear in the sub box, but I got emails about them. Now, obviously you may not want to do that because you don't want to clutter up your email box, but if you are, that's just a suggestion if you are having that kind of problem, basically. From what I can tell, it's particularly bad on consoles, like Xboxes and PS4s or whatever. So yeah, massive apologies for that, and if you have been having problems like that, please let me know in the comments, because I really, and if you managed to fix it, even better, let me know what you did so I can tell people about what you did, or at least highlight your comment for that very purpose. Right, anyway, for those of you that have managed to watch this video, which is good, firstly, welcome, and thank you for watching. Now, want to get straight into things. We've only got a couple of games this episode, but we do have probably one of the most important games of the save so far, because it is yet another cracking at some silverware. It's going to be much more difficult this time, of course, because it is against Chelsea, whereas our last go at this was against Leicester City, and we really should have done better. But shit happens. Now, before I get into that, though, we've got a youth intake to talk about, and usually I end up skipping that or forgetting, but I've got notes, and I'm trying to be a bit more copious about... not copious, that's weird. Trying to be a bit more prepared for these live comms, so I have copious notes. That's where the word copious came from. So let's take a little look at the under-18s. Now, he'll be in here now because, well, you know which one he is. It doesn't take long. Here he is. It's Chris Slade. Now, okay... First thing you're noticing about him is he's got Marcelo's hairdresser on speed dial, clearly, and I need to talk to him about that. But other than that, he looks like a really potentially quality player. And, most importantly for me, he can play in any of those front four positions. So in the centre, the left, the right, and in centre midfield. I mean, this guy... Depending on how long this save goes on for, I'll tell you what, he could be a quality. And something I'm thinking about doing, guys, like, I know a lot of you guys wanted me to put my save up. Now, I'd rather not do that during the save, but what I might do is, when we finish this series, put it up somewhere, if I can still find a way to get rid of this password thing. And yeah, I might put the save up online so that you guys can continue the legacy at Pompey if you want. I don't know, if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments. Also, I know that people want to see my tactics. Obviously you got my tactics, but I think, obviously a lot of you would much rather just be able to download it and plug it straight into the game, which is fair enough. I would too. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sort out my website, because I don't really know where to host it. I've had a website for ages, but unfortunately it's kind of gone into a state of disrepair, so I need to repair it, and then I'm hopefully going to host my tactics on a special little section on there for you. That way you can go and download them, and I will update the tactics on my servers when I update the tactics, so you never get left behind, if essentially, if you see what I mean from that. So if that's something you'd like to see as well, let me know in the comments. Right, so here we go, Chris Slade. Yeah, I just think this kid's got a lot of good things going for him. He's very determined, which is good. He's not exactly slow either, considering how young he is. He's only 15. Dribbling is already at 13. He has great technique already and decent amount of flair and off the ball. So I think there's a lot of room to improve for him. But I think if we can get him natural in all of these positions, which I'm slowly going to sort of train him up to be, there's always a chance for him. If he can improve quickly, you just never know. So that's basically, he was the only real bright spark of our youth intake. But if you notice, our under-18s now, last couple of years, Josh Nill, Wayne Marker. Actually, I think Marker might be a new one as well. Yeah, no, he is. Okay, apologies. There's one more here. He was not highlighted by my coach. So he ain't bad as well. Again, 16 dribbling, which is not bad. But we've also got, like, Alistair Fitzgerald, potentially a Sir Alistair Fitzgerald, and, of course, Andrew Whitbread, who has actually made an appearance for us already in the Cup, I think, against... I can't remember who it was, actually, but there you go. So that's that. Now, let's get into the games that we've played this month. So apologies, got a bit of a runny nose. It's very, very cold in here, and those of you who watched my Red Star save earlier will know that I am wearing a Snuggie right now because thug life, and also because it's incredibly cold. And I'm still wearing it because it's not got any warmer. If anything, it's got colder. It's like 1 degree outside, and yeah, the walls are very thin, and I have no double glazing in this room, so it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, moving along to the first game of the month, and it was against Manchester United, and oh dear. Now you might think, okay, you've lost to Man United, big surprise. Yeah, because look, I mean, I'm not saying we were that great, but look, I couldn't believe it. It just will not stop happening. Better than them. We hit the post 3 times in this game, I think. In the 93rd minute, it hit both posts off of a long-range strike from Van Os. We had some really good opportunities in this game, and as you can see, like, it was 2 clear cut to piece. We had 1 more half chance than them. We also had double the number of shots, and it was just that. That was all there was. We were just not able to score against them. It just would not let us do it yet again. We limited Manchester United to 6 shots in the entire game. Yeah, it limited us a little bit, but we still played okay. And I just sounded like Brendan Rodgers then. Okay. And they still ended up beating us. It was so disappointing. Santos still came out of it as man of the match, would you believe? That just shows you how good of a player he is. I was just gutted because I just don't think we deserve to lose it. Like, I think we probably deserve to win this game, but not lose. But it just seems to happen every time. It's Man United again, and we've lost. So that was disappointing. But there were some other results in the league that haven't been too bad. I'll just show you the league before we go on to the second leg against Basel. Premier League. We're sitting there in 4th place. We're 11 points clear of Arsenal. They do have a game in hand, but that game is against Spurs, so it could all get very tough. You'll notice Burnley are also chugging along there in 6th place. I think 4th place is pretty much foregone conclusion, but that is very, very presumptuous of me, so I'm actually going to just retract that statement because I know that it will come back to bite me later on, won't it? Santos is flying clear with most assists there with 15 now. But as you can see, Man United and Manchester City battling at the top now, just flying away yet again. But we have still scored the joint most goals of any team in this league, and we've actually conceded 1 less than games played. So I think we could be on for our best season defensively and attackingly. I think we could get a sort of plus 50 goal difference this year, genuinely, as Manchester City already have. Now, there is a reason why I think we might still struggle and could have quite a tough run in, and I'll show you why in a sec. But before we do that, I want to get into the last game. And we played against Basel at home, and as to be expected, we were the better side on the night. You can't deny that we were going to... I think we were unlucky to draw when we played them in Switzerland, but when we brought them back to Fratton Park, we put ourselves through to the next round of Europa League. And in quite some style, really, Santos, again, with 2 more assists for himself. Lucarelli's ball in here. Eventually, Vanos was also brilliant in this game. We just... Look at the pace on the lad. He just has such a great turn of pace. I've turned the highlight speed up ever so slightly, just because I felt that it looked a little sluggish otherwise. But even so, he's still so damn quick. This is a wonderful ball from Dimitridis here. What about that for a pass? Santos' first time ball in, and Lucarelli on the volley with his 5th of the season, really chipping in now for the club to score, well, put us 3-2 up on aggregate, and that was what we needed. Not long after that, we had a few more chances, but Santos... actually, very soon after that, in fact, Santos again here was the key. This man can cross like there's no tomorrow. His crossing ability is just something else. After that plays it out, Santos gets taken down off the ball here, but he just gets into great positions. We just intercepted everything in this game. Eventually, the ball is going to get played back across to Santos, who is going to do exactly what he likes to do, and that's cross the bloody football. He just... he's a perv for a cross. I think he might actually have it in him to break Jed Wallace's assist record this season. Santos wins the ball out here. He's quite deep here, but still takes on his man, gets a little bit of space, ball in, and Millington with the first time strike to score his 23rd of the season. He might not be on for the sort of goal tally he was on for last year, but I think he can still crack 30 for us, which is not bad still. Last year might have been the exception, but you just never know. And then, irritatingly, that happened, and they were back in the game, and I genuinely worried that they were going to get another one, because they did really start to come at us after that. And most of their chances happened within that next little spell, and they were quite Good, but then Santos with the corner here, out to Vanos, drops it back for Lucarelli, goes past his man well, drops it across the box, eventually a little bit of space, and Millington smashes it through the crowd to grab his 24th goal of the season. So he's still topping the goal-scoring charts by miles, but I think, maybe we should see better. And of course, Santos man of the match, despite Millington scoring 2 goals, Santos with his 2 assists was still man of the match. So that leaves us that. But the thing I want to show you guys is where we have in the league after this. So basically, we need to get ourselves into a very, very comfortable position by the time of the Newcastle game, because we've got Fulham next, must win. Liverpool away is going to be tough, but I think we can win it. Then we have Burnley and Norwich City at home. Both incredibly important games, because if we win those, we're in a good position. The problem then is our last 6 games of the season, 5 of which are away from home. And the only home game is against Manchester City. I'm going to sneeze. Apologies, guys. So that is going to be a really, really tough run, and we basically need to get ourselves in a comfortable position for 4th place by the end of that Burnley game. And my main plan is to get a win against Fulham, try to win at Liverpool and win those games. Try and take 12 points, but at the very least, I would settle for 10. So we've got ourselves onto 68 points coming into those last 6 games of the season. Because I'd like to think that we can get some points from those games. So if we can get ourselves to sort of maybe win 2 of them or something, get ourselves to sort of 74, I think that would be enough to get Champions League football. That's the plan, basically. So we've played a lot of easier games lately, as you can see, so I feel that that's the sort of position we need to get ourselves in those games. There's no room for error, otherwise we're going to be really up against it trying to win away at Newcastle, Stoke, QPR, Southampton and Sunderland. Sunderland on the last day and Southampton, no, it's just, you just don't know. I mean, look at where they sit at the moment. Newcastle are 19th, there's maybe a chance there. Stoke, though, are Stoke. QPR are 10th, Southampton are 8th, and that's going to be tough, and Sunderland, of course, are bottom, but you just never know, really. It could go either way. We'll probably end up losing all of these and winning all of these. But anyway, let's get into today's game against Chelsea. This is huge for us. Actually, I'll show you the squad first. There's been some little improvements, I suppose. Top goals, of course, normal Millington with 24, but Santos now in behind with 13 goals. He's contributed so much this season, it is unreal. Assists, well, Santos has 22. I think Wallace's record was 27, so given what we know, we've got 10 games left in the league, plus a cup final today, at least 2 more games in the Europa League. I think he's got enough in the tank. By the way, in the Europa League next round, we are playing against Fenerbahce, though you probably would have already seen that. They beat Real Betis, and I think we can get through there. And I genuinely think we've got a chance of winning it, because we beat Fenerbahce in the group, and I don't see why we can't do it again. So I think there's a real chance for us to win the Europa League this year. I think over 2 legs, we're better than any of the teams in the competition, especially at home. The problem, I think, could come in a one-off final, because you know that our luck for finals so far, we are 0-1. We're 0 for 1 right now. Hopefully today we can make it 1 for 2 and start bringing up that average a little bit. So yeah, there you go. Man of the match, of course, 15 now for him, which is absurd. His average rating, 8.25 over all the games, which is still absurd. Key aerial challenges, of course, Dylan Verstraeten, the tall guy. He is a giraffe of a man, seriously. Wow. Key passes, 202. I mean, and Van Os has really done well since he stepped into the fold there too. Key tackles, 29 for Robert Gray. Interceptions, 444 for Robert Gray. And of course, mistakes into goals, still just those 2. So, let's get into it. Oh, we get to see how Spurs and Arsenal do in the league. Come on, Spurs. Oh, no, we don't. Why show me that? I suspect we'll see it at the end. Chelsea are playing that system. Andre Bjork is starting up front for them. That could be interesting. Not worrying. I am going to go with this system because it seems to have been the one that's given us the best results this year, and it's the one that's got the most solidity. Ivancic, you notice, isn't in the team, but that's because he was suspended for the second leg against Basel. He should be able to slot back in. So, Gray, Lopez Sousa, Marcelo, Vega, Dimitridis, Gomez, Ivancic, Avanos, Lucarelli, Santos and Millington. That's pretty much our first choice starting 11. You notice Lucarelli now has upped his game a little bit more there. He's starting to find his feet a lot more now, and he has now taken over as the first choice on that right wing now from Jed Wallace. You guys wanted it, it has now finally happened, but it's happened naturally, which is what I wanted. Now, we do have some players that are a bit knackered, but that is one of the side effects. Chelsea do have the same problem, though, because they played Premier League games in the middle of the week when we didn't, so we had our Basel game. They've had an extra day to rest, but still. Hopefully, it'd be great if we could win this. Win our first trophy of this. Bear in mind, Chelsea in the League Cup the last 3 seasons in a row, which is firstly ridiculous. So let's try and end that streak, basically, shall we? Let's do what we can. I don't really know how we're going to do against that system. It's sort of one that I've only really seen Chelsea play. Man United played a really strange system of it against us. It was basically a giant triangle. So with a back four, then like 3, and then 2, and then it was really strange. But point is, we just got to do our best. Come on, guys. Win that first trophy. I don't want to be 0 for 2 in cup finals. You know, the fact is, I'm pretty pleased that we've managed to get to 2 cup finals in this save so far. But I really just want to win one. Get that first piece of silverware on the board. You know, I know I'm a club legend now, but I want to actually give us some silverware. I don't want the first piece of silverware that we win in this save to be the Champions League at the end. Because we are going to do it. I promise you that. Millington, can he knock it back across the box? No. I thought that might have been a highlight, but I think it's just the opening to the game, really. Though Chelsea will probably go and score from it now. Guichard. I thought he was at left back. We've got to watch out for Bjork today. Ball through for Bonazzoli. Oh, no. Oh. First minute of the game and we were very nearly behind there. I don't know. It's really hard to tell how well we're going to shape up against that tactic Chelsea are playing. Oh, Christ. Rottendale's ball in Azpilicueta. Llorente, and it's in the back of the net already. Oh, I don't think our cup final luck is going to be changing anytime soon. Not that it comes down to luck here. They've clearly been the better side so far. But I don't really know how we can change it. Like, it would have been a massive risk if I was to play the 2-striker system in this game, basically, given the system they're playing. So let's just see. Maybe that was just a blip at the start of the game. Ivancic, Gomez, Millington. Oh, it's 2-1. Oh, he's offside, isn't he? He's fucking offside. Oh, that should have been 1-1. If he just got himself back onside. Good finish. It's good to see that he could actually finish from there, but need to be getting onside, Norm. You're just dangling. He's miles offside. Great first-time strike, but I guess it proves that he's capable of scoring it. That is what it has proven to me. And we've actually doing okay for possession so far, but we need better than that. We need better than that. There we go. First shot of the game. That's better. Hopefully we're starting to going to start to come back into it now, but really not done much. There we go. That's much more even now. Oh, corner for us. Santos. Vanos on the edge of the box. Will he strike it? No. Drops it short for nobody. And Gray and nobody. And Ivancic, and cleared off the line by Chelsea. Oh, big chance for Pompey there. We've really started to come at them now. We've at least evened the game up in terms of stats, and maybe even slightly bettered them. Just barely, though. Not by a huge amount. Lucarelli has another strike at goal, and he's... What? Why is Millington offside? Lucarelli took the shot, not Millington. Unless it hit him on the way through. Oh, tell you what, we're actually coming at this game now. Vanos. Lucarelli to have a shot, maybe? Nope. Oh, no, don't get caught on the break. Bjork now. Win your tackles. Oh, with so many men over. That looked offside. That looked offside. Thank you. Just going to quickly adjust. Oh, no adjustments. Okay. I'll ask you again at half-time, Sylvan. Based on that first half, I feel like we should at least not be losing this game. Like, we shouldn't be winning either. We should probably be dead level, really, and I'm a little bit annoyed that we're not. But that's our fault. We need to take our chances. I mean, Chelsea have defended well at times. I mean, they've had one more shot on target, and we've had one more shot. Clear cuts is the same. Half chances they've had one more. Maybe they should just be edging it, but I don't know. I just... Oh. What can we do with regard to substitutions? Millington's been utterly useless today. Marcio is got to be the man for this job. Just as my first sub. I'm going to go attacking. Because we have to. You know, what other choice have we got here? This is just like the Man United game. It's so even on the sort of stats, but we just... But when it's even, you lose against these sides. It's just how it is, isn't it? We've certainly matched them in every... Oh, what are you doing? Don't let Bjork in behind you like that. Please don't foul him. I was going to say, somebody at least put a tackle in. Christ. Right, another substitution. I'm saying... Who's knackered? Who's not played well either? As much as Santos is, I'm thinking... Peralta... Actually, let's just freshen it up completely here. Vanos has not had the best game of his career, so we're going to bring on after it there. And for that last sort of... We're going to throw it on overload in a sec, but not immediately. Just give it like 5 minutes, or... Actually, no, maybe right about now. We're just going to quickly check the opposition. Right, good. And one more. And shoot on sight. Bugger, overload, right. Take more risks. Shoot on sight. Close down much more. Look for the overlap. Oh, I'd be disappointed. Like, looking at this, I'd be disappointed if we didn't at least score a goal against them. But we're almost certainly going to lose this 2-0 now because we're going to get caught on the break, aren't we? Come on. One last chance. Oh, God, Bekar's on. Oh, no. Well, I mean, it was a throw of the dice, basically. At this stage, you got one choice, and that's to either go for it or not go for it. Gray. Where's the support? Marcelo. Lucarelli. Oh, what a useless pass. Oh, that's another thing, isn't it? You get useless passing when you play against them, too. Giguere. Guichard. Somebody just take the ball off them. Don't let them play it around for the next 5 fucking hours. Oh, he's going to slide that through. Anyone at all feel like tackling him sometime today? Of course not. Long shot maybe in the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, whatever. Well, there you go. That's your cup final for you. You match them, you lose. Sometimes you're better than them, you lose. Oh well. There's always next year and another cup final, which we'll almost certainly lose. We just don't have enough to beat them, these big sides, really, unfortunately. In the big games, they'll win regardless of what happens, it seems. It's disappointing, really. Because we're quite clearly capable of beating most teams. By the amount that we're smashing at everybody else, you'd think that that would translate, wouldn't you? You know, there's not that much of a gap that would require such a huge deficit. And there we have it. We've lost another cup final. 2-0 this time. Disappointing. We think we should have done better with our chances. Fair play them, they took their chances in this game. I just felt like we should have done better in front of goal. And that we shouldn't be losing a game where we've had almost identical stats. But that's our problem. We need to fix that. Chelsea took their chances. But I don't really know what more I can do other than... Like, if we play well and we still lose, I don't know what else I can do to change things up, if that makes sense. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly check the Premier League while I'm here, because I'm fairly certain that Arsenal did beat Spurs, didn't they? They must have done. Let's just quickly check the... How do I... There we go. Yeah, they beat Spurs 2-1. It's a shame, because we do need to keep extending that. It is only 8 points. So, in the next episode, which is such a pain, I can't believe we've lost that, we're going to go back and do the second leg of the Fenerbahce game. So, we've got Fulham, Fenerbahce's away leg, of course, then Liverpool in the league in between then. So, if you like what you're seeing, please drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for, well, the last trophy that we have a chance of winning this year, against Fenerbahce in our second leg. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.